the moves you plan to make. Screens alive with numbers dancing free, but I can barely see what you can see. Wait for the moment, wait for the moment, wait for the moment when it all aligns. Wait for the moment, wait for the moment, wait for the moment. Stars will be mine. You call your crew the faithful and the brave, talking codes about the cash you'll save. Small account but heart beats like a drum. Whisper soft, today's the day we run. Wait for the moment, wait for the moment, wait for the moment when it all aligns. Wait for the moment, wait for the moment, wait for the moment. The stars will be mine. This is our time, this is our chance. Break free from chains, join the dance. Rise up together, stand as one. Chase what's ours until we stand. Charts are moving, pressure building high. You squeeze my hand and fire fills your eye. Brother standing ready by your side, ready for this wild and crazy ride. Wait for the moment, wait for the moment, wait for the moment when it all aligns. Wait for the moment, wait for the moment, wait for the moment. Stars will be mine. From the ground up we climb, every struggle, every time, building dreams and making moves across the lands. Freedom tastes like morning air, victory beyond compare. This is our time, this is our chance. Break free from chains, join the dance. Rise up together, stand as one. Chase what's ours until we've won. This is our time, this is our chance. Freedom's call, take a stand. Sun's up, coffee cold, market's open, gotta roll. Goofy gang, we're back again. Charts are dancing, win or win. Buy the dip, sell the spy. Trading life, that's what I like. Goofy days, crazy ways, making moves in market waves. Goofy crew, me and you, riding high till we're through. Red candles, green machine, biggest gates I've ever seen. Beach chair, laptop there, paradise without a care. Buy the dip, sell the spy, trading light, that's what I like. Goofy days, crazy ways, making moves in market waves. Goofy crew, me and you, riding high till we're through. Salty air, sandy feet, market beat. compete with the vibe that we bring. Goofy tried trading king. Goofy days, crazy ways, making moves in market ways. Goofy crew, me and you, riding high till we're through. Goofy days, crazy ways, making moves in market ways. Best around, ain't used to. All goes down, we're still around. Goofy sound all over town. Started with 20 pocket change and hope. Saw the big boys play, thought I learned the ropes. Charts don't lie, but the game ain't fair. When the money talks, regular folk don't get a prayer. They got algorithms, I got good instincts. Moving numbers round while my saving shrinks. David versus Goliath with my slingshot broke, but I keep on swinging though it seems like a joke. They say fold, fold, fold when you got nothing to hold, but my grip's getting stronger. Won't be wrong much longer. Paper hands, they keep telling me to fold. Paper hands, but my story's yet untold. I've been betting on myself and the odds don't make sense. Paper hands, turning diamonds from the sands. Late night studying candles and the volume flows. Every dip and rally, man, nobody knows. Hedge funds got the inside track, that's the truth. But I'm scrapping for my future, been paying my dues. Red days, green days, roller coaster ride. Watching portfolio swing with the changing tide. They manipulate the market while we fight for crumbs, but this underdog's got thunder when the moment comes. They say fold, fold, fold when you got nothing to hold, but my grip's getting stronger. Won't be wrong much longer. Paper hands, they keep telling me to fold. Paper hands, but my story's yet untold. I've been betting on myself when the odds don't make sense. Paper hands, turning diamonds from the sands. From the small town to the trading floor, been counting pennies, now I want more. Every rejection made me tougher than before. Paper hands don't mean.
Hello. All right, let's see. Audio. We got audio. All right. Welcome everybody. Sorry for that long wait. I don't have anything set up. If you guys follow me over on Discord, you know I'm in the process of selling this house. So it's chaotic over here. Anyways, welcome in here. I'm still setting up. Give me a second. All right. Loading's in here. Okay. Good to see you in here. Share price is up a little bit. Volume is actually decent. 1.06 million. High of the day, 99 cents. Currently trading at 96.20. Up 5% from yesterday. Market cap 84.47. Low of the day, 92 cents. Nothing crazy going on. Let's see if we get a breakout, but I doubt it. I'm really here to talk about other things, but if we do have a squeeze, then I'll accept it. I'd rather have that happen over anything else. So if you guys have anything to talk about, the chat will be open. If not, I'll go through some questions that are on Discord, and we'll go from there. Uh, J. Cole, welcome in here, buddy. Go Dodgers, yes sir. Go Dodgers. Crazy ending. that was that was one of the craziest games I've ever seen. All right, let's see. Uh, Here we go. All right. I want to go to my profile. No. Okay, so let's talk about what we posted this morning here. I don't know if we'll be able to see the numbers here. We won't. Utilization is down to 44% on Ortex. Uh, and if you guys have been paying attention to me the last few days or in the last week, we've been talking about a potential cash settlement. Uh, Indications that that's going on behind the scenes. We're getting some cover behind the scenes. Would be uh, a start to a large drop to utilization. If you're seeing that consistently go lower and lower now, yesterday's volume was pretty low. I think it was around 800,000. Dark pool went down a little bit as well. If we look at the cost to borrow, 21.85% cost to borrow. That's been going down as well. As far as shares available going up. Now, I don't rely too much on these shares available, but the utilization I will pay more attention to. These are all leading indicators of some settling happening in the background, especially the utilization dropping. There's one more thing that I haven't really discussed that we're going to get into right now, and that's failure to deliver. Now, previously we had our first theory was T plus 20, right? Now, if we go to failure to delivers here, and I'll get into the chat right now, so please light the chat up if you have any questions. The last updated failure to deliver, guys, is from September 11th. Okay? That's not normal. That's another indication, guys, that this is being done behind the scenes, okay? They're trying to do this behind the scenes. I don't want it to happen behind the scenes. I want to have a lit market squeeze. Obviously, we could get more bang for our buck, right? We would still be eligible for a lot of things, dividends, a lot of things like that. And we'll get into some questions on from the Discord. If you guys don't have any here on YouTube, YouTube is pretty low right now. Tutu Steel, what's up, baby? LA up in here, yes sir. Good to see you in here. Let's go in the live chat, see you in there. Yeah, we got nothing. So we'll go to the Discord questions and go from there. We're only gonna be here for a few minutes. I just wanted to answer a few questions. Um, One of the questions I had was, has this been done previously? Yeah, there's been multiple scenarios of this happening. Um, Off the top of my head, I can't really come up with one. I think one was Washington Mutual, and I can't really think of another one off the top of my head. But I think Washington Mutual was one of them where they had this. But uh, this cash settlement scenario usually happens from bankruptcies or mergers, right? This is something that happens when something cannot be settled the normal way. So if you've been paying attention with the dividend, everything going on, this is not a normal scenario, especially with a delisting, which is how we got to where we are now. Uh, this is a very, very rare scenario that we're in. We're in uncharted waters, unfortunately. For me, all of us, I don't even think Roger knows what's going on, to be honest. I think the only people that know what's going on are brokers and the clearinghouses. So if you guys haven't watched that last video I made, I suggest you go watch it. I laid it out pretty clear how all this is breaking down and the potential for the cash settlement. Cash settlement, that's all broken down as best as I could explain it, okay? That's all based on the regulations and real rules. There are links to that video in that video in the description that you can go to and see what's going on. Okie Bird, good to see you in here. Tevin, good to see you in here. Uh, they're going to do the failure to deliver shuffle. That's what they've been doing, but as we just seen in that failure to deliver data I just showed you, they have not publicly shown any data since September 11th. Also, excuse me, I'm drinking coffee. Uh, I did see that we had some, I don't know if it was Market Watch or Finto, update on short interest data. So they have been shorting the stock, believe it or not, with all this going on. But I believe there's two different things going on right now. Okay, I think there's two different stocks being traded right now. I think one is the lit market one, and one is the settlement going behind the scenes. Now, I did answer a question yesterday or the day before when it comes to swing trading. If you swing trade GNS and there is a cash settlement, from the day the process started, if our calculations are correct and the delist happened on August 15th, which all indications show to that date, the date the process would have started for this would have been last Friday, October 3rd, which means if you held shares from that day prior and you still hold them today until the credit gets to your account, if this scenario plays out, you are eligible. You have not had to have been here from 2 years ago for the ERL dividend. Everybody should be eligible. So I repeat again, you don't have to be a part of the ERL dividend to receive a cash settlement. Okay? And the reason I say that is from the FINRA rule 11810. All contracts must be closed. If you're a holder of the shares of GNS, you should be eligible for the cash settlement. Now, if you bought after, I have no idea how that's going to play out. For uh, one scenario that should happen, not could, that should happen, is GNS should receive a new CUSIP. So if you've seen name changes, mergers, spin-offs in various scenarios, they usually their corporate actions give you a new CUSIP number, right? I think, and this is me my opinion. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna play out particular to this because I don't know uh the thinking of GNS or Roger or whatever, right? So technically they could go private from this, or they could go to another exchange. If that makes any sense to you guys, okay? So they could potentially have the opportunity to leave the New York Stock Exchange, AMEX, right? Well, what that would do to your shares post October 3rd, I don't really know. You would think, you would assume, right? I'm doing research into this. You would assume that you would get your market value back from your purchase if this does happen. And if the stock is trading higher, you would get the difference. So you would get closed out at the difference if GNS decides to go private, right? That would be the main concern for a lot of you that have been swing trading it. Okay, so that was for swing traders. For long-term holders, sorry, I'm choking the coffee. For long-term holders, you guys should be good if this does play out. Dominic, welcome in here. J. Cole says, wouldn't this open up a lawsuit? Yes, exactly. This is what we were talking about on Discord, guys. If this cash settlement happens, this if they lowball retail, okay? If we get lowballed, you're not talking about admission of manipulation to the general market, not just to GNS, right? You're showing it's showing that they're allowed to do whatever they want behind the scenes and not be fair about it. That means they're leaning one way. They're protecting one way. They're not thinking about retail or the company. They're thinking about brokers and hedge funds. Okay, that's 100% proof. They couldn't deny that in court anywhere. They could use excuses like systemic breakdown. They could say, well, we used all these rules for the reason I explained to you guys, right? Because of a potential systemic crisis. So we had no choice but to settle. But the whole problem is if it's not a fair amount, if they did not do a fair amount, that's not only admission of manipulation, but that's open grounds for a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit from GNS. That's an easy win, at least in my opinion, right? I have no connections to any legislation from GNS. Anybody that works at GNS, any market participants on the brokers end and the market end. I'm just basing this. This is analysis on the regulations and rules, right? So make sure you double check everything. I provided you guys with the rules, the information. Excuse me. But that's where we're at right now. Yes, litigation. It would open up litigation big time. Let me open up my Discord here. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Any questions I can answer or discuss on live. Everyone. Okay. So, um, oh, what's going on, Stonebridge Advisors? Good to see you in here. Roger on X talking to legal team about potential class action suit for us to pursue. Right now? He's talking about it right now? Hey guys, it's really important. I posted this uh not too long ago, a couple minutes ago, 50 minutes ago. I appreciate all the love, and I do. I appreciate you guys coming in here every day, liking, even you guys that donated, Terry, if you're in here. I don't know if anybody else donated. I appreciate you guys doing that. But for right now, I I would I'm basically begging you is what I put. If this settlement happens, or if it's to play out the way it looks like it is, you guys need to be vocal about it right now, right? You need to start tagging SEC, NSEC, DTCC, FINRA, right? The time is now for you guys to let them know that you're watching what's going on, right? You're prepared for something to happen behind the scenes, and you do not want to be lowballed. You know the value of the company. You have your thoughts of the value of the company, and now's the time for you guys as investors to let it be known, okay? I'm not telling you this settlement is 100% guaranteed to happen. We can still squeeze in the open market, right? I don't know. I don't have it. This is based off of rules and regulations. It's not based off of me having insider knowledge. You guys have to understand that first and foremost. Now, based on the data and everything, we're leaning towards this. But I'm literally begging you guys to please, 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 please. You don't even have to tag my video, just the information, okay? That's fine. Say the rules. I don't care. Once this happens, if you guys want to come and shower with me with love, that's fine. But do this for yourselves, okay? Tag all these big companies or these regulators and let them know you're watching, okay? Because if you don't think these guys are not gonna try to lowball you, they're gonna try to lowball you regardless, okay? Let's be honest. That's just how things work. So I need you guys to be vocal about it. Even if this never plays out, at least you fought for it behind the scenes, right? Now, again, I'm not telling you that I believe that they're gonna lowball you to like a $3, $5 number or a dollar number. No, 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 no. With legislation watching, especially from GNS, uh, I think they have to give you at least double digits at somewhere, right? I think for me personally, and I'm not speaking this, and this is just my personal opinion. Anything underneath $50 per share, I think is a slap into the face because that's $5 If the reverse split never happened, that's $5 per share. Okay, all the people that got screwed in this, if all they got out of it was $5 per share, it would be ridiculous, right? That's grounds for a lawsuit. So now we were talking about Roger. And again, this whole Charles Schwab thing, taking away the ability to buy freely uh, in their systems, and you have to call in. That's again leaning towards the cash settlement, right? All this stuff is leaning toward that happening. So again, let's look at the stock price. We're trading at 96 cents. The volume's died off. I don't even care about the share price. I've told you, I told you this for weeks now. I don't care about it. Jose, welcome in here. Let's see. How much can GNS run? Jose, how much can it run right now with the squeeze? I don't know. It's heavily manipulated, my friend. I don't even know if it can run. Just be 100% with you. I don't know. Because once we start getting runs, all right, you start getting stuff like this. I'm pretty sure dark pulls up now. Yeah. Like this was in the 40s all morning. We got near that dollar range, and now it's at 55% off exchange volume. So I don't know if it can run, guys. I think this is all being done in the background. If it was to run freely and they lost complete control, they got margin called and they just went on the market, there's no telling, guys. There's a reason why this has been manipulated, right? That's just the honest truth. I don't think they're gonna let it happen. I don't. The data doesn't show that they're gonna let it happen. They're fighting behind the scenes. Tevin says maybe West was waiting on settlement to play out. Yes, guys, I've been talking about this for a month, 2 months now. Before I even brought up the rules, right? This is the exact thing I've been telling you guys. In my personal opinion, and again, I only speak for myself, this is why the filing keeps getting delayed. Guys, the DTCC clearinghouse is where everything settles. They're going to have all the information, all the failure to delivers, rehypothecation, every share that was bought to cover to settle all this. The short shares, everything, all the real numbers, not the numbers that were shown, the real physical numbers. Okay? And those that tell you that naked shares don't exist are full of shit. 100%. They're shorts and they don't know what they're talking about, right? They 100% exist. But yes, you're right, Tevin. I've been talking about this for over a month now. This, in my opinion, is why the lawsuit is being delayed. And it's not going to happen until this is settled. Okay? And again, if you haven't watched that last video I made, go watch it. And I tell you why people that are waiting for a corporate action or for V stock or anything are completely wrong. That's not how it works, right? I'm not here saying, guys. I showed you guys in the video the rules. I'm being dead honest with you. You know, some of you guys take the settlement in a good way, and it could be. Listen, if they settled at 50 to 100 dollars per share, and you didn't have to stress over about buying or selling, and you got paid just straight hold hard cash, right? It would be the easiest trade you made. You wouldn't have to worry about anything. You would get paid, and you could either reinvest or move on, depending on what GNS decides to do, right? If they decide to come back to the New York Stock Exchange, cool. If they decide to go into Europe, cool. If they want to do dual listing, cool. You could get back in, you could get your dividends for the lawsuit, and you get paid again. Okay? So you can get paid two ways: cash settlement, dividends. That's not a bad thing, guys. That would not be a bad thing. But you have to, excuse me, you have to keep these guys accountable. The markets are dumping. Yeah, but when it comes to GNS, it doesn't matter. It'll follow the general market to a certain extent, but it won't matter. But yeah, holy crap, the market is dumping. Whoa, 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 jeez. Let's look at that 1 minute. That's gotta look scary. Wow. What's the news? What happened? I know this is about GNS, but now I gotta know. Let's go CNBC. Why are we dropping? Where are the bonds? Bonds are down. Uh-oh. Gold and silver. Gold is at 4,000. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let's get back to GNS, but that's not good, guys. That's not good. This thing is not looking pretty. GNS is green on a bloody red market. That's pretty cool though. Trading at 93.40. You guys think they're dumping the market so GNS doesn't squeeze? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. VIX is up, huh? Yeah, makes sense. Could be BW. Could be. Bitcoin dumping as well. Looks like we're having an overall crash, huh? Bitcoin's got a ways to drop. Bitcoin has got a ways to drop if it does. Uh, it's got a demand zone here around 120, 119. If it doesn't hold 119, this thing is dumping, guys. You hit 118 and then dump all the way back down to 110. Bitcoin is not looking good. The SPY looks like it should find some support here at 661. What was the low of the day? 665? Honestly, I might get some calls here if it hits 661. 659, 661. And see what happens. But yeah, it doesn't look good. Looks like a nice little knife. There is a lot of support right here, though. GNS is down now to 92.70. So let's get back into it, though. Think it's a shakeout. Bull market. The market's not bullish, man. I think the price and the economy are not aligned right now. The economy sucks, dude. Don't be fooled by the market. The economy is horrible right now. Horrible. What up, Pumpy? Good to see you in here. All right, let me check the Discord, see if there's any questions. Uh, let's see. Just following this on from stock to could a settlement cause the stock to squeeze? No, no. If the settlement happens, if the settlement is to happen on the behind the scenes, right, and you guys get credited to your account, it's not going to cause a squeeze. No. At that point, the debt of ERL and everything gets zeroed out. That's the whole point of the settlement, right? All the debt gets erased. Uh, the stock would halt. You would get a halt in GNS. So with a squeeze, if they come back in, if they come back into the New York Stock Exchange, oh, the SPY's at 666. Yikes. If GNS decides to stay in the New York Stock Exchange and Amex, and a lot of people that got their cash settlement decide to buy back into stock all at once, or however they do it, right? When they come back in, yeah, you could get a squeeze that way on the lit market. But as far as the settlement itself causing a squeeze, no, 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 no. It would be the opposite. Actually, you could actually get a crash, not a squeeze. And I mean, I wouldn't mind if this settlement thing happened. I would buy back in for the dividends, right? And the lawsuits. I'd be willing to hold this stock for a long time based off of that. Uh, for one, the bad actors would be gone, right? Shorts would be afraid to short GNS at that point because they know the CEO is not going to stand for it. So this company would be a pretty safe company to invest in, to be honest. I would feel safe with my money in GNS at that point. Even with their shelf offerings on the table, even with all that on the table, I don't think they would need it. I think they would cancel all that, to be honest. This settlement would give Roger enough money to buy his 1,000 bitcoins. It makes perfect sense, guys. It makes perfect sense. It saves the market. It punishes shorts. Uh, if the settlement is done right, it contains market integrity. Uh, yeah, it makes sense to me. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but it looks like it's appearing to be happening. The volume is at 1.17. Again, as you guys have pointed out, it's a red market. It's a red wedding. SPY is trading at 665. The S&P is at 665. Wow. We might have one of these pullbacks here. Nice little correction. This is a nice little market correction. I wouldn't call it a crash yet. We're down not even a percent. Not even a percent. Yeah, this isn't the crash. This is just a correction so far. We'll see where it's at in a couple hours, but yikes. There's a few green stocks. It's the ones opposite to the market and GNS. GNS on my list. On my list, GNS is the only green stock. The VIX is up, the SQ's up, and these are inverted the market, right? GNS is the only green stock. That's hilarious. But that was a big red candle here on GNS, but it's still green. Still green. That's funny though. I can't believe it. How many ERLs or Notion, welcome in here first of all. How many ERL shares exist that will be converted to 3 times GNS? Won't that dilute GNS? Yes, Notion. The dilution already exists, but it's not in the open market yet. Okay? They had a filing where from the moment those shares were created, uh, they are put in escrow. So pretty much like DRS. They are not allowed to be lent, shared, or I mean sold, um, or traded until a 6 month grace period, which would take it to the end of January, early February, right? Depending on the day they posted. But it's around that time range. So that is going to be dilution 100% eventually. The problem they have, and if you go watch the video I posted yesterday, or the day before yesterday, if you haven't watched it, it explains this whole scenario. But that's one thing I didn't go over. You're right. But yeah, that's what's going on with that. It's no biggie. 92 cents. 92 cents. We're trading at 92 cents. Big red candles. SPY is trying to hold uh above 666 here. So it could bounce back to 671 the SPY. I'm not gonna play with it. I don't know why it's dumping. It's a correction right now. I am not gonna chase with calls. This is gambling. This is knifing down. So if you're playing with this, I would be very careful. I would wait for some more confirmation here because this looks to be another leg down here. You rejected here uh, around 668. This is just like algorithms resetting here. I am not confident this is ready to reverse. Maybe potentially the spike could come back up to 669 and then crash back down. I don't know. Waiting for news. I would not play the SPY right now. You would be gambling. Be careful. Notion, awesome. Thank you for info. Yeah, no problem, Notion. Go check out that video, man. Or go check out my post on X. I think I might have talked about it there. Let me look at Discord, see if there's any question. Again, if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. A lot of people worried about getting lowballed. You should be. That's why I'm telling you guys. It's time to be vocal about it. And in the event that does occur, right? And or a lot of people had a question about when this could happen. Okay, so let's get into that. Okay, here we go. Almost 669 on the SPY. GNS is holding 91. 91 cents. Still green. So if this did happen on October 3rd, which was last Friday, right? It typically takes up to 5 business days for them to notify brokers. Okay? Now, if you notice, the whole Charles Schwab thing started 2 days ago. That could have been the first sign, first notification that brokers are being told of the impending risk that it comes with them selling shares of GNS if there's a settlement, right? So, pretty much what could be happening right now in this 5 business day period is the notifications going on to the market. So, if you start seeing other brokers start doing the same thing that Charles Schwab is doing, it's basically now guaranteeing you that this is the only outcome possible now. Okay? So, we'll keep track of it today. We should have a notification by next week. I'm not telling you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but by next week, I'm hopeful that we would get notification because the debt now belongs to the clearinghouses and they're paying the interest now. So now it's not coming out of the shorts pockets or the hedge funds. Now it's coming out of the NSCC's pockets. So it would benefit the clearinghouse to get this settled as soon as possible so they could liquidate them and take care of all this debt. Right? So this is a very unusual scenario and situation that, again, I am not aware of it happening based on failure to deliver and regulatory rules, aside from mergers and bankruptcies. So we'll see what happens there. All right, so the SPY pretty much is doing what we said, 69, and let's see if it rejects here and makes another leg down. If it breaks up above the 69, you're looking, yeah, you're looking at 669, 670. This is on the 1 minute chart. That's the first problem. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too confident the SPY isn't done correcting. You might get a 1%, 2% red move today. GNS is still green, up 2% on the day, which is wild. No volume though. Let's go look at some data when it comes to GNS. See if there's any updates here. Nope. It's a zombie, guys. It's a zombie stock. Dark pool is now gone up to 58.42%, just as we talked about when we got in here. All right, the price hit $1, and then they just hit it with the dark pool. They kept the buying away. This is all signs of something going behind the scenes, right? Unfortunately. And I never found that Roger thing. I was looking on my phone. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is what you're talking about. Roger, as our leader, let your legal team know if investors should start a class action suit against Fidelity and others, preventing price discovery amid short. Yeah. He said, I will. And again, that's why this morning, guys, I didn't even see that till right now. I swear to you, I promise you. That's why this morning I posted this, right? I'm begging you, please. Guys, for the last week and a half, I have told you, please track your shares. When you bought them, how many you own. Please. I've been asking you guys for weeks now, okay? I've known about this settlement thing for a little while now, but I was waiting for more data to come in to be vocal about it or to make a video of it. As soon as I started gaining confidence in it and seeing it play out, is when I brought this to you guys' attention and I started asking you slowly, hey, track your shares, screenshot it, right? So good. I'm glad you guys are asking them that question. That's great. Please keep doing that. Um, please tag SEC, tag whoever you can, and just let them know. Ask them if this is something that could happen, right? There's this goofy guy on the internet that read these rules. Are these regulations like, is this something? Like he says it's not financial advice. Make sure you say that. Don't get me in trouble. I'm just talking about rules. I'm not telling you what's gonna like it's guaranteed to happen, right? I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just an analyst. But please let it be known you don't want to get lowballed in the event something like this happens, guys. Do it for yourselves. Shelly's in here. Thank you for doing this. I had several people I brought into the stock. I have them all on speakerphone listen to this YouTube. Now as they're either working or driving, I can't log in. Well, first of all, be careful driving. Stay safe. Don't speed. Travel safe, everybody. No, but that's pretty much what's going on with this thing, guys. Again, I did post that video that has everything you need to know about this whole situation. Okay, uh, we went more in depth into it right now. I'm doing my best. There's not many questions I can answer because you guys aren't asking any questions. So I'm just trying to find questions on Discord right now. Mostly people can't believe this is even an option, and I agree. I agree 100%. A lot of talk about buybacks. It could be buybacks that's happening with this little pump we've had today. But again, if it's a buyback, it's probably can only be like 200,000 shares. It's legally you can't buy back much every day, right? There's safe harbor rules. There's regulations for this, and you can't just buy at will. Unfortunately, let's see. Homer on Discord said, "Question." Oh, he answered his own question. So, question: why would they do a cash settlement? My answer, his answer, not mine. The sole reason they would do a cash settlement is because they're so afraid of it going nuclear. Exactly. That's exactly what I've discussed. Uh, how would they justify a low price like $20, $30 per share? $100 would be ideal for them. Well, I don't know if $100 would be ideal for them. Um, shortages have probably stolen billions from GNS shareholders. We need to get paid. I agree, Homer. Oh no, no, definitely. We talked about that reverse split, right? I mean, $10 is $1. Think about that for a second. If they settle this thing at $10, they're valuing the company at $1, really, pre-split. There's people holding this pre-split like at I don't know, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10. I don't know how high they're holding. We're almost even on day 91.20. Again, everything is red, guys. It's not GNS is surprisingly green. This never happens. My whole list is red. The spy. Oh, look at that. Did we call that or what? What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? We would hit 68, 69 and dump back down for another leg down. We're now at 663. Okay. Exactly what I told you would happen, right? This is why I told you don't play the spy right now. I told you if you're gonna play calls, As I've told you, I would wait for the. What did I tell you? I would wait for around uh 561 between 659 and 661. I'm sorry. That might be you might get a nice little bounce there and come back up to potentially around 674 next few days. But it's such a gamble right now because the next real big support that you guys are gonna have is around 653, between 653 and 650. So be careful with the SPY. There's a giant correction going on. I said we might go down 2%. We're now down 1%, 1.05%. Be careful. And again, pretty soon, once I get all my house things in order, selling and putting it on the market and everything, um, we're gonna start streaming the SPY and we'll start trading here live so we can make some money. But for now, we're all enamored with GNS. That's a big word. WYCKOFF G. That's a big word. Enamored. Work those syllables, baby. Enamored. Scott, first of all, welcome in here. Said, what do you mean lowballed? We're talking about a potential clearinghouse settlement, cash settlement for GNS. If that is to happen, I mean, we don't want to get low settlement, right? We want to get a fair settlement. What's fair depends up to you. We're all going to have different numbers. For me personally, I think anything under $50 per share is lowballed because that's pre-split. That's $5. So if that does come to play, the cash settlement, for me, it has to be over $50. I can't speak for them or how they work it. This is not guaranteed. This is my opinion, not financial advice. But pre-split, that's $5. $50 now is technically $5. That would not be a fair settlement. That would be lowballed, in my opinion. And the SPY is continuing to crash now at 662. GNS is still green. Wow. It's on an island by itself. What's going to happen once the market rebounds? That's going to be interesting. Will GNS have a nice little pump over $1 today if this rebounds? This is another sign, guys. This is another sign this is going on behind the scenes. GNS is a zombie. It's a zombie stock right now, let's be honest. It's a zombie. B Dub says barcode has entered the chat at 1 minute chart. Let's go look. It's a steady down. But yeah, I see. The volume is dead. It's starting to look like space. I see what you're saying, B Dubs. Woo! The SPY is dumping. Crazy. Is there a big war going on again? The new one? Or what the heck is going on? Nyan, good to see you in here again. Realistic price for cash settlement? Based on my opinion, not on theirs, just my opinion, non financial. I think a fair price would be anywhere between 80 and 150 per share. For me, if you're asking me my opinion, not financial advice, but my opinion, I think that would be a fair settlement price. That would be pre-split $8 to $15 per share. That's not a crazy number for them that would hurt the market, cause a systematic crash, right? That would be fair if they capped it around 80 to 150, in my opinion. Which is why I say $50 and less is lowball. You were thinking around 80, so we're thinking the same thing. See, that that's how they got to be thinking as well. They got to take the reverse split into account and all the debt, the cost to borrow, everything. It has to for me if I was doing it, I think the fair number would be $80 to 150 per share. GNS trading at 92.30, 92 cents, not 900 $23. I'm sorry. I wish it was. I wish it was. If it was, you wouldn't see me on here. I would be running around in circles. Loden says my Swedish newspaper writes that Trump has threatened China with massive tariffs. Ah, there you go. There you go. We're playing the tariff game again. That explains the market. Thank you, Loden. Appreciate it. Well, I guess I might buy some calls tomorrow when he changes his mind again because he does it every other day. So we'll get another pump probably. Not financial advice, but that's what's been happening last few months. I'm gonna wait till this is done crashing though. Kenneth says, "Thanks, DJT." Hey, if you buy calls at the bottom, you're gonna make some money. So you can think them then. Your 401ks are not liking it right now. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't have a 401k. I got out of that long time ago. IRAs is where it's at, baby. IRAs in the S&P 500. Get yourself a good financial advisor, and you can make some good money on your money, right? Don't don't let the hedge funds trade your money. That's dumb. Those guys pocket everything they can. Get somebody that knows what they're doing, and have them do use the spy on your behalf, right? And you'll do pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, look, the spy, the spy is trading at 662, right? If you would have bought this a decade ago, you'd be so happy. Kenneth says maybe another bear trap happening. Are you talking about GNS or the overall market? GNS is down to 91.71 now. It's almost flat on the day. Still a green island in the red wedding for any of you fans of the what's that show on HBO with the dragons? I keep forgetting. My brain doesn't work these days. Oh, overall, yeah, yeah, makes sense. All right, well, it's 8:30. I think. Is there any more questions regarding the whole GNS settlement saga? If there aren't any more questions, and I'll check Discord as well, I'm gonna head on out of here. Um, it is Friday. Uh, Typically on Fridays you have a nice dump and recovery towards the end of the day. When all the shorts starts covering their shares at the end of the day. So let's keep an eye on GNS towards the end of the day, seeing anything happens. But I think it's a zombie stock right now. Are back up to 92.30, up 1.43%. Volume has not changed much, 1.3 million. We'll do another recap here on the data. Off exchange has gone down a little bit, 57.29. So you might get another little rebound here. Cost to borrow has not changed. It's a zombie, 21.85%. Yeah, this is looking like a settlement, guys. So if you haven't, go ahead and follow me on X at @realwyckoff_G. Uh, Join the Discord. The Discord links are in the description. The Discord links are on the my X account, on StockTwits, wherever you can find it. Um, and you can talk to me there. I'll try to get back to you guys as much as possible. Again, I am in the process of listing a house, so there's a lot of work to be done. I haven't had much time to come in here, but I appreciate you guys coming back in. I hopefully. Oh, wait. We got a question. Nyan says, how quickly to expect settlement to happen? Oh, I discussed this earlier, Nyan. Today would be the fifth business day. So let's see if we hear anything by next Friday. For now, I want you guys to keep an eye on utilization dropping and cost of borrow dropping. If that continues to drop with no movement in any direction on the price, dark pool stays lower, stable or lower, you are 100% seeing all the signs of a settlement happening behind the scenes. So, I, another thing is keep an eye on another broker Okay, if another broker starts demanding you to call in to buy because of the risk, that's another sign. It's all lining up to that, unfortunately. I would much rather have a squeeze in the open market, but it's out of our control. J. Cole says, thanks for the stream. Peace. Thank you for stopping by. Also, what do you call this type of settlement? Cash settlement. I don't know if there's a specific name for it. To be honest with you, if there is, I'll try to find out for you. But I don't know if there's a name. Smiley, welcome in here, and he says, "Thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Thank you guys for stopping in." Scott says, "How do shareholders get paid from a settlement? You would get credit on your brokerage. So the NSEC pays your broker. The broker credits your account. After the settlement period ends, you could pull your money out of your account. So it's a whole process. Right now, we're in the process of them settling. They're getting rid of all these failure to delivers. They're clearing the market of all this. As you can see, it's being done in dark pools. When all that's done, they will pay your broker. Your broker pays you. It's law. They cannot hold your money unless you sell. If you sell while the settlement process is going on, you have screwed yourself. Especially if they give you $100 per share in a settlement, which I'm not saying they will. But if that happens and you sold this, since that date, you screwed yourselves. So be careful. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. One last time, I gave you the rules. Go watch that last video I made, and you have it all there. Oh, before I get out of here, I'm looking at Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq SPY. Yeah, things are bad right now, guys. That tariff thing is killing the market. GNS is now red. 89 cents, 89.71. But okay, guys. Love you guys. Thank you for stopping by. I'll try to stream on Monday again. Again, no promises. Whenever you catch me on, just come in here and talk to me, please. But I appreciate you, love you, and catch you on the next one.